Hello and welcome to Wackadoodle Time, your home for hot takes, deep dives, and unhinged theories from the world of Bravo and beyond. Each week we take someone's Bravo hyperfixation and use it to discuss big ideas filtered through the perfectly imperfect people on our screens. We are your hosts. My name is Amy.
I'm Ellen.
How are you today, Ellen?
I'm doing great. I'm doing just fine. I teach acting classes on Wednesday nights this month, and which means that this is really bad timing because it's corresponding with the end of Survivor. And this has been a really fun season, but that means that I got home, I watched like half the episode, and then I was like, I need to put myself to bed. I put myself to bed. So I'm going to try to watch some of it today. I think I'll be able to finish it at lunchtime. But also this was really competing with my Bravo time. I'm just so busy.
There's simply too much. And it's like with a couple of the shows now, it's starting to feel like homework. Like signing in for Summer House every week is feeling like homework. Yeah. The Valley feels like just like a torture experiment. I got home last night and Ben was like, should we put on Valley? And I was like, I mean, I guess it would be nice. We should watch it together so I can yell at you about the patriarchy. Like, and I did. And I did.
It is wild that we all have been calling that show the darkest show on television, and when Jax Taylor left, it got darker.
Yes.
How did that happen?
No, I don't know. I've been screaming this. I would love to know how you remove Jax. But that was always Jax's sort of, as Lila said in our chat, he was load bearing, and we're seeing it. But like, this is why Jax, unfortunately, is a TV star and many people's problematic fave and has lasted as long as he did on reality TV.
Yeah.
He was very dark, but also there was a lightness to it, and he was genuinely funny. Yeah. And he could be really insightful about other people. Just not ever himself. But let's get our guest out here because I want to hear her takes on all of this as well. We have a dynamic podcaster in her own right. She is a performer. She is a woman of all trades. She hosts a fabulous podcast. The listener needs to know her sign-on name is Your Mate's Mrs., which I think would now identify you as Amanda Batula. So are you really sure that's how you'd like to come to the pod today? Let's just bring her in. Becky Feldman, welcome to the pod.
Yeah, thank you so much. Okay. I watched the last episode of Summer House twice now because, one, I was telling you earlier, there was a lizard in my apartment and I couldn't pay attention because I was worried about this lizard.
Oh, God.
So then I had to watch it again. And I watched it last night during the scene where they're having it's like before Carl and like Kyle get into the fight. And I'm like watching like each moment and I just was like, this is what like the CIA was doing at the JFK assassination, just analyzing the footage to see where that bullet came from. And I'm just like looking at it like, well, when's the timeline here? You know?
Right. Wes put his arm around Amanda. What does it mean?
Yes. And I think that it does lead to like a greater conversation, a cultural, societal conversation in which we need to figure out as humans, when does intimacy begin? What is intimacy? Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Let's get Orla, the couples therapy. Let's get them all on there. Let's get Esther Perel in there. Let's get the trusted sources. And then I'd like to hear from Dr. Phil too to get a toxic man's idea.
Yeah,
too.
no, I
so
always want to hear what he has to say.
Fair and balanced. Yeah. Welcome to the pod, Becky, aka Your Mate's Mrs. I really just assumed when you signed on it was Becky hosts a wonderful podcast called Too Stupid to Live, where she and a guest will read and talk about a romance novel every time. Is that correct? Is that how you would describe it?
That is correct. Yes.
It is so fun. I am gonna be on soon, and I've done it before. Wonderful. I'm now reading a book about a ghost who's fucking her stepbrother who doesn't have a head. He's alive, but he doesn't have a head. It's great.
Oh,
it's very
I love
spicy.
this stuff. Yeah, it's gonna be.
Spicy.
I'm so excited to discuss. Like, it's taboo in so many ways, and the most taboo part is the lack of head. Like, do you know what I mean?
That truly was my number one question. He's alive, but he doesn't have a head?
Yeah.
Well, there's
do you
this
need a head to
shadowy.
fuck? Yeah.
Yeah. Do you need? I mean, the very first question. Answer is absolutely not. He is. There's this shadowy entity called the Lab. That is like the main bad guy, and they are the ones who made it possible for her to still be around. She has to eat human flesh to have a corporal body, and then it fades and she has to eat more human flesh. So he goes out and gets the bodies for her, but he lost his head, and something happened where they put a helmet. There's like, he's got a helmet on him, like a Daft Punk kind of thing I'm picturing. So he walks around with something on his head. It's not, but there's nothing under there, I guess.
Right. Yeah.
I need to get back in. I'm not. I started reading it, but I was like waiting for my friend at a restaurant, and I was like, "Wait, this is too sexy for me to be reading in public. I have to put it down." So now
I hate when that happens, where I'm like, I was like, feel like I was like meeting someone for like a, or even like before like doctor's appointments or like meetings, where I'm like reading like two guys railing each other, and both are werewolves, and then they're like, "Hi, tell me like how have you been feeling? What are your symptoms?" And I'm like,
Feeling hot.
heart rate is elevated. Yeah. Oh my God. Well, Becky, I would love to hear a little bit about your history with Bravo, when you came to it, and what are your Alzheimer's?
Yeah, so I guess, I mean, it was, always on when like kind of the Real Housewives started, but I feel like I kind of put it aside for like maybe like late 20s, early 30s. And then I think we were with like our group of friends from UCB, and someone was talking about how beautifully shot the fight in Real Housewives of New York was when they were having the two arguments at the other end of each end of the table. It was like Carol Radswell and Bethany, and at the other end it was like Ramona and someone else, or no, Luann and someone else or something. And they were talking about like the way it was edited. Like they just had like, they were doing it in such like a cinematic, like very filmy kind of thing. And I was like, I need to get back on board. Like I need cinema in my life. Like I don't feel like I'm getting enough cinema. And so since then I was like not working at the time, and I was like, well, let me just catch up with Real Housewives of New York. And then that just kind of catapulted into, I watch most everything Bravo. Yeah.
Incredible. Did you go back on any of them, or did you just jump in wherever they were?
I went back. I definitely went back because like I had watched New Jersey. I had because I'm from New Jersey. Had watched New York. Yeah. So I did do a rewatch and like remembered some like iconic scenes and stuff. The only thing that I didn't rewatch, which I'm actually thinking of doing now, is Orange County. I don't know why Orange County. I feel bad. I don't feel that bad, but like I just like, that's the one that I'm the least interested in, and I don't know why. But maybe I do, but I don't.
I mean, I feel like I know
you're
why.
Probably right. That was the one I had never watched, and so Ben and I went back last year and watched several episodes. Not all the way at the beginning, but there is some real gold in there. But also, there's 20 seasons. There's not 20 seasons worth of gold.
Yeah,
so
it's
you definitely
lot
have to
of work.
dig around.
It's a lot of work. Yeah.
But the good stuff is really fucking good.
The Brooks Cancer season is incredible. Just watch that. It's so fun.
Because it is like seeing, like, you know how like when, like, it's like watching like the evolution of Picasso. Do you know what I mean? Of just like, sometimes you need to see like Picasso's early works to see how he evolved as an artist, and
That's right. These women are artists.
I think I turned on, I don't know, some old seasons of Orange County for some reason, and it is kind of shocking to see it. It's in 4:3.
That's it.
Yeah. It's wild, and it's so grainy, and it's really nuts that it was. I guess, when was it? I mean, I guess it's like 15-ish years ago, 20-ish years ago now. But it looks like it is from the 80s. It's so the like way that television has been shot is so different now.
And it just shows how much like we've evolved. Like when we saw it for the first time, we were like, oh wow, this is reality TV, blah blah blah. And now we're like looking at it, and it feels like I'm watching like a 1970s documentary, And like,
but at the time, it's cutting edge, baby.
Right. This is
What are your sort of I would love to hear like your Mount Rushmore housewives. Like who are your like your all-timers if you've got a problematic fave or if they're just all you just stand for them.
I love a Dorinda. I love a Margie from New Jersey.
Margie does not get the respect she deserves. She has fallen off, I feel like, in the recent seasons, but when she was cooking,
she was great. And like I feel like there were like time I think I was watching like Watch What Happens Live or something, and like they were talking about like kind of the best one-liners, and they were talking about the time that Margaret like called what's her face like the monkey's asshole with her lip. You remember that?
Yes.
And I was like,
baboon. I believe it was the baboon.
Yeah, monkey. Yeah, baboon's asshole or something. And the timing of it all, like, and just how quick it was, how smart-witted. Like, I'm like, she's like the Voltaire of our times. And
yes. I mean, she won me from the very beginning. I think it was her first season when she and her husband pushed Danielle Staub's husband into a pool at a party.
Yes.
And then just walked as she like, and then Danielle came out to see what was going on. She just walked in and then just over her shoulder goes, "Your husband's in the pool."
It was
and then left.
And then
give her an Emmy.
Yes, yeah. And her final thing, you subpoenaed the wrong bitch. Like it was just like she knows how to work TV, and I think maybe this is coming. I'm gonna turn this into like a therapy session for myself right now. But like, great. I'm from New Jersey. Teresa very much is like a not a, I don't want to say trigger. That's kind of a whoa kind of word, but like she just reminds me of a lot of the people that like maybe like I kind of grew up with who were always getting like a free pass from all the teachers. Like it was like one of those things where it's like I would work really hard in school, but like this person who was like flipping tables and cursing would like always get praise. You know what I mean? And so like I think seeing Margaret kind of like stand up to her in this way, I saw myself in her. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
Even though I love Teresa. I love Teresa. I mean, I love the show so much. It's amazing. But yeah, on a personal level, that's why I like Margaret.
She's like a coarser version of like a Bethany, like a loudmouth, fast talking person who can call out what's happening, like an audience
and
surrogate.
She's like, dare I say, not as like intense as Bethany, because I think Bethany kind of goes over and doesn't know her she doesn't know her limits, you know. Versus Margaret, who I think like she seems very smart to me, and maybe hides it. Do you know what
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she dumps it down for sure. And I just as the like number one person who goes against Jen Aiden, I like that's her role. I have to love her and respect her and thank her for her service.
Yeah,
because that woman is truly vile.
Yeah, and talk about someone who doesn't have any hidden smarts. Jen Aiden.
Yeah.
No.
Oh my God. I got like caught up on her. She like was doing something on TikTok where she was like really mad at the Jersey Mikes at like the Newark airport, and I was like really into this drama of like that was rude. I'm like, this is all I care about.
Wait, did you end up taking her side or Mike's side in all of this?
I mean, I think it was like I took Jersey Mike's side because like I'm always gonna take the side. I mean, like we've all
stand with corporations in general.
Yes, exactly. I stand with franchises. No, I guess I stood on the side of like, okay, you're at the airport, it's Jersey Mike's, like and the workers who are just like trying to just make sandwiches, and there's people, you know, I'm always gonna be on their side because it is very overwhelming interacting with people at your job. I hear.
And then Jen Aiden comes in. It's service work is hard enough, and then Jennifer Aiden comes in.
Yeah.
I can't imagine.
Yeah. Like I was just like, okay, I'm not on her side. I'm so compelled by this drama right now. Like this is all I care about.
Amazing. Do we have confirmation if like because they said some of them are coming back?
I don't think she is.
Yeah, I think she's officially gone.
Yeah.
Great. Take some time. Be with your family.
Like take a breath. Like, and I feel that way. Like I'm so because wasn't it announced that Jersey's like filming again? And it's like whoa, like because like again. I feel like, I don't know if you guys see this, but like reality TV in general has entered kind of a sort of toxic, like with the Valley, with the final season of New Jersey. Like we're just like, these people like really hate each other, and I'm like scared for the room that they're in because you know what I mean? And it's
Totally. Yeah, I am still watching The Valley, unfortunately. Ellen, are you?
I have not watched the most recent episode where Lala yells at Danny, but yeah,
That
I'm
was
watching
last
it. And
night,
I don't,
Mhm.
I don't know why, but it is really bad, and I can't look away from it.
Yes.
Like, I'm gonna watch this whole season. I can tell. I fell off of Beverly Hills this season, but I'm gonna watch The Valley. What does that say about me?
The thing is, like, we all like we all like gravitate towards the most toxic people, and this is my unhinged theory: is that like, why do I like Jen Shaw so much? Why do we like Teresa? I'm obsessed with Ellie from the latest Below Deck right now. Like, what are these?
Ellie, yes.
And like, what are these like kind of like very like people that really like it would be so hard to be in any sort of relationship with them without needing like some sort of therapy, yet we all love them. Is that good TV? Is that bad TV? And what's interesting with The Valley is that like we're watching like in like moments where a lot of people are like having like childhood memories of their parents getting divorced, like reliving it through this TV show, and it's like, whoa, are we like how far is too far? You know what I mean? And like what we love, what I feel like I'm talking like I'm on acid right now, but
this is the power of Bravo, though. No, So yeah, it's like we are like by watching toxic people traumatize each other, we're like working out our own childhood shit. It's like people who like people with a lot of anxiety or people with trauma who some of them love going to horror movies because it's a contained outlet for that stuff.
Exactly. Like I forget what I was listening to, but like it was like something where like people love the horror for when you're scared, and then there's this element of safety when you're like, oh, it's a movie. Like people like thrive. There's like a cortisol. I don't know those terms, but like there's there's like a physical like sense of safety that people feel, and I feel like
a release.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I feel like with these shows, like, you know how, I remember I had one therapist who was just like, well, picture yourself like you're seeing little Becky in that instance, and like, what would you say to little Beck, you know? And I'm like, these shows like help you do that, except you don't have to watch your little selves, you watch like these people.
Yeah, totally. Oh my god.
Wow. Yes, 100%. Yes.
It's exposure therapy. Bravo is exposure therapy.
It really is. Like, I feel like it's helping me, like, kind of, like, and it's, like, maybe that's why I'm, like, so, like, I gravitate towards some of, like, the worst people, because it's, like, I see, like, I remember when I was, like, that angry and wanted to say that. Like, I was angry enough to flip a table one time, and it's, like, here's someone who did it. Like, what does that say? Like, oh, my God, what if and then it's, like, well, what if I'm in a restaurant and I get so mad I flip a table? What if I'm the table flipper now? Like, you know, it's just a lot of, I have a lot of thoughts. I don't not think. So, yeah.
I would love to see you flip a table, Becky. I think it would be glorious.
Yeah, I'd be like, oh, wait, can someone help me? Like, oh, let me take all the dishes off first, and then everyone clear out. I'm gonna flip a table.
I would get a partiful invite like 2 weeks ahead of time. Becky's gonna flip a table, guys.
It's happening. she's gonna say sorry for the rest of her life.
Oh my God, that would be a really fun surprise, like a present to give someone who is a Bravo head to like set up a situation where they could flip a table.
Yes, like, and it's like, flip it, no, and this is celebratory. You don't need to like unpack your trauma afterwards. Yes.
Oh my God, wait, now I'm thinking about this. We need a full immersive experience, and then also bring a prosthetic leg so that they can take that and throw it. Breakaway glasses for like, don't talk about my husband.
Yes.
Oh my God, wait, we can't release any of this. We have to we have to patent this, and
this is our business idea. Don't nobody take this. Nobody take this. But it's like those escape rooms or the rooms where you like smash things that they're always going to on the Valley or rage rooms, late season Vanderpump Rules, and let's make one that's specifically Bravo.
That would be so fun. Like, do you remember when they were doing like Saved by the Bell pop-ups in Los Angeles? You know, like it was like, or like Netflix pop-ups. And it's like, where's the Bravo? Exactly. Yeah.
Where is the Bravo pop-up? I mean, it was at Jax's Studio City, which is right down the street from me. But unfortunately, that's closed.
Mm-mm.
I also wonder if watching someone flip a table on TV does that relieve the itch? To what degree does that relieve the itch of flipping our own tables? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, like
I think it does, right?
Yeah.
Sorry,
like
go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, like, we watch TV to and also, like, in reading romances, we're like kind of here to experience a different story outside of our own. Like, kind of, we're all like, I think people are a lot more empathetic than we give them credit for, and that's why we watch like any type of show or read any type of book. And so, like, it lets us like live out our fantasies of just like being a total bitch, like being a total bitch and not having to like feel bad about it, you know? Like, there's something, again, cathartic about that.
I think it's the same. Yes, absolutely. The itch that was scratched in the 80s by like Dynasty and Knots Landing, those like high-end nighttime soap operas where like women in ball gowns pushed each other into pools. Like,
yes,
that it's the same thing.
I had this conversation the other day with somebody about, we were talking about like the rise of vertical micro dramas, those like minute long
love
episodes.
those. I absolutely love them.
And I was like, it's soap opera, it's Bravo, like that. I don't watch them, but I get it. I get why it's fun to watch.
Yeah, it's just I keep them on like while I'm like doing, like, it's something you don't have to pay attention to, but then like, so you can like do laundry or like cook or whatever, and then you just like turn away, and then you turn back and you're like, oh, she's in love with her stepdad, great. Turn away, like, oh, now she's the mafia heiress, great. Like, you know, it's just like so much fun. It's like playing make believe.
Yes.
I was watching one. I said I don't watch them, but I did watch. I've watched, I think, maybe 2 or 3. But I was shocked at the number of times people were getting slapped.
Slapping is such a big thing.
Awful lot of slapping for
yes.
Wow.
Because like the thing is, it's the budget's so low, so there's like no room for like a stunt double or anything. Like, there's only so much, and plus there's only so much you can do with like a vertical like kind of shot. So there is a lot of like these like repeat tropes of like walking slow, slapping, you almost get, you know, and it's just it's brilliant. It's so brilliant.
I love it. Which do you think Vanderpump is like, was the first one that came to mind, but like it's the Bravo show that would most easily translate to a vertical drama?
Ooh. I mean, that's
Southern Hospitality too, maybe.
Yeah.
These days.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Southern Hospitality would be the most high-end micro drama. It is like, it's so funny for
yes.
But yeah.
Incredible. Okay, so when we're thinking about these toxic people that allow us to sort of like get out our stuff, you mentioned Teresa. Are there other people that you think of in this way?
Yeah,
like
I think of world? Like a Jen Shaw. And a little bit of a Mary Crosby. Well, not her as much, but like a little Lisa Barlow. Actually, everyone. No.
A lot of the Salt Lake
Salt
ladies.
Salt Lake City. A little, like I said, Ellie from Below Deck, and also a lot of the chefs on all Below Deck writ large, you know, kind of seeing how, like, how much they're getting away with and how terrible they are. And, like, it is interesting seeing the passes that they get. And it's like, that is such a bad thing to do. I don't know.
Yeah.
I
think, you know what, this is reminding me that I've always felt like Below Deck, because as someone who spent like 2 decades in the service industry and has the battle scars and the arthritic knees to prove it, like, watching Below Deck is weirdly, for some people say they can't because it's triggering, but for me it's weirdly healing for the same reason that you mentioned, which is like, you watch these people get treated like dog shit by these guests, but then you also get to see the employees talk shit about the guests. And that part of it is healing for me. Like, it's very satisfying and cathartic. And then when they get a tip, they're allowed, that you see them comment on the tip. Like, that stuff is very cathartic for me. As because when you're a server, you're just like, well, every night I have 30 bosses and I don't know who they're going to be, and I don't know what kind of day they've had or what their core wounds are. So so that was very good. It's very satisfying to watch. Like, I felt this last night watching The Valley, where Lala I was wishy-washy on Lala coming to the Valley. I was like, you know, I haven't, when she's been popping in, she hasn't really been adding much. And her last season on Vanderpump was not a great showing for her. And I have complicated feelings with her from the past. So when they said she and Schwartz were coming on, I was like, oh God. But last night I was like, I genuinely was like, thank God Lala's here. Yeah. This was a perfect deployment of her because Danny was being so mean to his wife, drunkenly slurring at her. And then you see Lala watching in the background because they're in a share house.
Because, like, you didn't know, like, because like, I always, like, I don't know if you guys do this, but you always want to see, like, well, what's the nicest scenario that's happening? Like, I cannot believe a man would be drunk enough and yell at the mother of his children like that. And I'm like, was he playing a character? Like, was he drunk? And it's like having to realize, like, oh no, this is as toxic as, like, we think it is. Like, there was a part of me that was just hoping that, like, oh, he's an actor or two in character.
He's a cornball who doesn't know when to quit. Right.
Exactly. Yeah. But then it was just like, no, this is getting icky. And and I'm glad that she called him on it. Even, like, what would you do? Like, if you saw that? Because it's like, she did step in. I don't know. It's an interesting, what would you do?
I think that you're doing that in front of everyone with an open door. So I really think I would have come in and said, like, I don't know if I would have taken it as far where she said to him, like, you are making me really uncomfortable with the way you're talking to your wife. It's triggering me from past shit of mine. And like, she started with saying, is everything okay in here? And Nia, are you okay? I probably would have just done that and then and then gotten out. But that's not Lala, and thank God she went in. And then of course that wounded Danny's drunken, toxic ego. So then for the rest of the night, he's walking around going, oh, I'm triggered. And then she got to yell at him. Then she got to be in a fight with him instead of, because you could see she was hesitant to jump in and fight Nia's fight for him.
She was watching them like all day and like,
I'm sure everyone's seen it. I'm sure everyone's been seeing it.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
So then, thank God for Lala, which I didn't think I would say.
And like, is Danny, was it you guys who were like talking about how he's like, is he like this Christian-y kind of?
Dad's a pastor.
Got
and has
it.
some scandals of his own.
No
and
way.
Then, Danny's a big Christian. And he just has such youth pastor energy.
Oh my God, yes. And just like the way he talks to her. Like,
They met at church, I believe. Like,
okay.
Do you guys know what church it is? Is it Mosaic? It's one of the big LA mega churches.
No.
I don't know which one it is. My guess was Mosaic, but I'm not sure if that's true or not.
I think, Sarah Benincastle was on it. She had merch from their church. And I think it was.
Stop it. Okay.
Remember? She was like, oh yeah. I think
God,
it was.
A church with merch.
A church
wow.
with merch.
Incredible.
Church merch. Let's get that church merch.
No, thank you. I think it is Mosaic, but I don't think that's where his dad is a pastor. I think his dad is somewhere else.
Right.
But it's just, it's really dark, and it's really, I'm really worried for her. And now he's got her trapped with 4 kids out in the fucking Death Valley or wherever in Santa Clarita. Yeah.
I also my recollection of watching the first couple seasons of the show was that he was always like, oh my God, we've got so many kids. And now earlier this season, he was like, well, I'd really love to give my son a brother. And I was like, what? You want 5 kids? What the fuck are you talking about? You don't contribute in any way. You couldn't put your child down for a nap. That was insane to watch. That was
oh my God. When he came out so angry that she was eating and he was looking for a swaddle.
And like, it just like kind of seems like, okay, he has this very like antiquated view of like he sounds like Henry VIII, where he's like, I need a son. You know what I mean? And like,
you have one. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, and it's just like he kind of is just like viewing his wife as like a vending machine, which seems so like. Like thinking about like Real Housewives of Salt Lake City for a sec, and like seeing how like when Heather would like kind of describe Mormonism and how like I don't know, like just the dad or the husband was just like the king of the household, and you're kind of seeing that here, but like they're in Santa Clarita and
right, like you want her to be a 50s housewife, but you can't provide like a 50s husband.
Exactly.
So you have to move your whole family to a whole ass different town to be able to afford your life.
Or to just get away from LA to like kind of so to not convince her that like she should divorce him. Do you know what I mean? And like
get her isolate. Yeah. Totally.
Mm-hmm.
He's so rank and dark and toxic. And there's clearly something going on with the drinking. At first, at the beginning of the trip, I was under the impression, I was like, oh, she probably told him he can't drink on these trips anymore.
Yeah.
And so he's dry and he's mad at her.
Okay.
But then this last episode, he was drinking the whole time. And by the end, when he's fighting with Lala and everything, he's like slurry. He is so wildly drunk.
Yeah, and it's like you don't know, like you know how like when someone's like they're drunk to the point where it's like you are drunk, but I see that you're angry about something, and or like I see that you're joking around about something. He's just all over the place where you don't know if he's joking or you don't know if he's like trying to make fun of Lala. You don't know if he's like targeting his wife. It's all of it, but like just not having like a steady kind of backstory for your drunkenness is scary.
Yeah. You can't get it. You're not on solid ground.
Yeah,
it keeps shifting. Because I also think that even when Danny is funny, there is such a rage just like here with him always that a joke is never just a joke with that guy. Even when he's like putting on a blah blah blah. I really hate him, and I would love to see Lala cause him some physical harm next week. Like I don't know if that's in the cards, but if it is, I won't be sad.
Yeah, I just feel bad. Like they should get divorced, but then it's, I don't know, just with all those kids. What are they gonna do? I mean, I'm just thinking, what about the kids? What about the babies?
Oh my God, honestly, nothing brings me more toxic joy than imagining Danny having to wrangle all 4 of those kids by himself. It's like, good luck, buddy.
Oh, yeah, right. He would never.
He would fail. He would fail so hard.
He would fight for joint custody because that's cheaper.
Because that's what you do. That's what you do.
Yeah, it's what you do because to look good and because then he'd pay less. But he would never do it. He would never see them. Or he would get his like mom or new girlfriend or whoever the fuck to take care of him.
That's true. Yeah, he could get his church.
Yeah,
his
the church will rise up around him. Yes,
yeah, of course, because that's what they do. Yeah.
I bet that she's making more money than he is too. Honestly.
Yeah,
probably
from influencing. Yeah.
Yeah, because he does like voiceover stuff, right? Like, is that
he's in like a loop group or something? Like, I don't know. Yeah, but could buy more tight ripped pants.
Oh my God! And then also, like, does he have an underbite or does he put his 2 teeth together? Like that?
I think he's just so angry that he's at risk of snapping his jaw at any point. Like,
okay,
I just feel like he's got to go to the dentist every time, and they're going to be like, "Do you grind your teeth when you're sleeping?" And he's like, "Not while I'm sleeping. It's actually when I'm awake."
Yeah, it's 24/7.
Biting down the devil that is trying to get outside of me. That one, because we're in the middle of it, it doesn't feel as cathartic, but it does feel nice to have a clear bad man to hate. You know?
Yes, you do.
That's always fun.
Your villain, and I think it's like hard. It's like interesting because like, do you ever like view the like you've been watching Bravo for so long, it's on for me on all the time. Like I'm kind of like sometimes I like do get that parasocial like mix up of like this is my family, these are my friends. And so like when someone becomes a villain, you're like legit like I'm really disappointed in you, Dorit, or like I'm really disappointed in you. You know what I mean? I was just like,
you're better than this. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Like I was rooting. We were all rooting for you.
We were all rooting for you.
You know, I think I most recently had that with Margot from Ladies of London. I was like, girl, you're not that I was really rooting for her, but I was like, this is just a big fat problem of your own making. Why did you do this?
Yes. And she was just
crazy
like,
homophobe.
Yeah, and just like the goading everyone on. Like I feel like she was purposely dressing worse and worse to like piss people off, get them to like say something shitty, and then she'll get like pissed off. And I'm like, this is a cycle.
Yeah,
babe, just have fun. You're in like beautiful London with like these awesome people.
Yeah, just have fun.
Yes,
just have fun.
Yeah.
Speaking of just having fun, can we talk about Ellie from Below Deck?
Yes.
Would love nothing for another hour. Yes.
Yes. I am trying to like figure her out because like I feel like I really am. I've always, when she was on Below Deck Mediterranean, I kind of like empathized with how powerless she felt and like her trying to be more important than she is. And it's like, I get that. Like, I kind of get that. Being in this industry where you have to, like, kind of, like, put on your best face and, like, show what you've done and, like, show that you can handle the job. And, like, but she's just like, I'm a second stew and I can't do any, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like I kind of understand, like, maybe she has, like, I don't know, peers who are more ahead of her in life. Like, they have the job, they have the husband, they have the this, they have the that. And so she's just trying so hard to, like, look more important than she is.
Yeah, totally. And she's mentioned it, I don't know if it was this season or her last one, like, she's from, like, Bosnia, I think. Like, one of those places that got just completely fucking rolled. And I think she's got a lot of shit from that. So I think there's probably an element also of, like, I survived that to scrub toilets? Sorry, wait, what? And to have this asshole man with thick eyebrows, like, dick me around.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think there's a part of her that's like, I went through all of that, so where's my prize?
Yes. Yeah.
I deserve a prize.
Yeah. And it, like, could also be like, okay, you know, like, we always, like, kind of have these, like, grandeur stories of, like, someone survived from, like, you know, war-torn country XYZ, and then they started a music career, and now they're, like, the number one singer. You don't have the stories of, like, someone who survived war-torn XYZ and became a second stew on a boat, you know, like, and it's like, I think it's like, you're, like, sometimes you're, like, given this, like, narrative to, like, kind of to hold on to hope, but, like, it's like, not everyone is gonna get the main prize, and we're kind of, like, slowly watching her realize that, like, you know, not everyone's extraordinary. You know, like,
right.
I mean, everyone's extraordinary, but not, like, extraordinary.
I mean,
you know?
but some more than others.
Yeah.
Well, you know, the arena in which I do believe she is extraordinary is reality television. So
Yes.
You know what?
Let's let her. I want her to become a chef. I would love a season where Ellie is the head chef. Oh no, Amy would be hilarious.
Because if she and another girl are fighting over a guy, she will put, like, a shellfish in her food. If she'll put a deathly allergen in that girl's food. Like, she'll do it.
And
she'll do it.
I would love to see her, like, because, like, she doesn't have. This is another thing I'm like concerned about. Is Alicia left? She was the sous chef, right? She couldn't handle Ben. And so then wanted to stay on. So then Jason was like, okay, there's a new stew coming. I'll just see if she can be a sous chef. So now you have someone like Ellie already in a department where she is in over her head, but she has this compulsion to look like she knows what she's doing. But she is dropping eggs and putting soap on eggs and just, like, messing up left and right and just and it's like, I feel it for her. I don't feel for her, but then I do feel for her, and, like, that I'm like, okay, yeah.
She is clearly a very hard worker. And, like, able, you know, she speaks all those languages, like, she's able to, she's not a dummy, like, she's smart. She just maybe also has a mild personality disorder.
Yes. Yeah, there is like a level of, like, narcissism. Like, even when you see her, like, I don't know why I feel like I'm, like, stalking her. But, like, when you see her, like, in her room, like, looking at her body and being, like, looking at her hair and doing all of this, like, it just seems like she is so concerned with how she looks 24/7. She's gonna miss the world around her. You know?
Totally. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I did go to her Instagram after Ben brought it up, like, right when she first came on, and it's, I mean, the looks are that is her sort of currency, right? That's what she's putting out there. So I think there is a part of her that's like, I have done this, I have achieved this, I look like this, someone's gonna reject me.
Yes.
But I am objectively the best looking person because I hit all of these metrics or whatever. So I think the outrage, she's just outraged.
She is just
stuff.
Yeah, and that's another thing is, like, I feel like we're watching like people not knowing what to do with their anger, and, like, how do we express anger? Like, I think Dorit's going through it. I think Ellie's going through it. Of just
Kyle Cook,
Kyle's going through it. Like, we all have, and maybe Sierra. We don't know because, like, obviously none of this is on TV yet. But, like, everyone is just, like, has this, like, visceral anger, which is obviously like this like covering this visceral sadness that they feel, and we all don't know how to. I mean, not that I'm saying I know how to do it either, but, like, but they don't know how to handle their emotions.
Yeah,
that's so true.
And that was the curse of the final season of Dorinda, where it was like, you're just angry, and it's not at Tinsley, it's at something else.
It's at life. Yeah. And like I feel like I understand, like we've all been in ruts, and like I feel like I know what that feels like, of just being so angry all the time, and like obviously like covering this like sadness about like your life and circumstances and things like that, and just like taking it out on other people, and like being very biting and very cutting with your language. And it's like, oh, like it that seems like the worst thing a human being can be sometimes, especially in like Bravo world, of like, oh, snapping at someone is like way worse than literally slapping them. You know what I mean? And like
yeah, it's just a bunch of people who can't regulate their fucking emotions. I mean, you need, I mean, and kind of you need that, I think, for the drama.
Exactly. Yeah. And like, and then it's kind of like, okay, I know that's not the way to behave, but I love watching this. Like, what does it say about me? And you know what I mean? Like, we need this.
Well, it's vicarious. You get you're watching someone, because like we've all had times where we would or maybe have like flown off the handle, behaved irrationally, like all of that, and then you have to deal with like the aftermath of like, do I have to go clean this up? Whatever. Yeah. But just getting to watch someone fucking scream at another person, and you're like, they're going to realize that they're wrong. This is all going to, even with Carl and Kyle screaming at each other, and then 12 minutes later having non-alcohol lover boys and making up and being bros. Like, the screaming part actually looks kind of fun sometimes.
Oh my God, totally. Like, it felt like it's interesting because like, what was I going to say? Like there, what we were talking about with like the scary movies earlier, of like, there's a relief that we're not the ones who have to clean up that mess. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm like, I like, as someone who used to get in trouble, like, you know, for talking too much a lot, I love being the one who isn't in trouble. There's nothing better than that. And those shows let us feel
was
that.
That your thing? Was that you in school, like Chatterbox?
Like I would have this problem where like if someone said something funny and everyone would like laugh, like I would laugh like way much longer, like way longer than everyone else, to the point where like my teachers had to have like a conference with like my mom of like, she just laughs, and obviously the Chatterbox thing and all that stuff, like,
oh, bless your heart.
Yeah, I mean, it was so hard. No, it was great. I had a great childhood.
Are there any people on Bravo that you recognize? You're like, oh, yapper to yapper, like I spot you.
Oh, that's such a good question, because like I feel
Sonia
like
Morga is the first one that came to mind for me.
Oh yeah.
Just a yapper.
I feel a little bit lately like with like Dorit, in terms of like someone's asking you a question and you want to answer it, you do, but you were trying to think of the best way to answer it, and then you start off with, well, on February 12th I was born, and then I was raised, you know, and it's like you don't realize, like, you don't have to like go that deep, you know, just like answer the question, and it's just like not knowing, like just seeing like words, like the story like swirl around your brain and not knowing like where's the starting point, because it's not the 1800s or something, you know what I mean?
Right, like to me every element of this story is interesting, but I don't know which ones to give to you.
Yeah, I don't know, like if it's like, because I do have ADHD, I wonder if it's an ADHD thing.
I think it is. Like, I have it too. I think it is.
Of just like, everything's important, I'm paying attention to everything, and there's nothing that's not important. Everyone sit down and let me talk.
Yes. Are there people that when you watch on Bravo you go, oh no, because like they remind you of the shadow side, like of yourself, but like not in a way that you love? I feel like when Brittany from Salt Lake City, I've talked about this so much, her like neediness for attention sometimes makes me go, oh no.
She is probably the most like cringeworthy person on television, but I'm like so curious if she is like kind of like, again, maybe represents like the modern American tragedy of like, we all just want attention and there's not enough room for everyone and we're all so weak and we all like we're brought, I don't know, like there's like some sort of like a Tennessee Williams kind of play style like thing, like tragedy of like looking at her, and it somehow relates to all of us where we're like we should always be branding ourselves and like or being a brand and not having that ability. I don't know. I need to read like a master's thesis on like reality stars.
Listeners, if you're an actual academic and you've done research on this, email us.
Yes, please.
I mean, there are many. Well, and famously, Dr. Wendy in Potomac was teaching a class on reality television at Wesleyan before she got fired for getting arrested. Yeah, yeah. She as like an adjunct. Yeah.
Was she teaching it from the point of view of like going through it herself?
Yeah, I think it was both. It was like, this is me going through it, and I am a doctor. Here is my academic overview of what's happening here.
Right. Because like it is interesting of like, okay, what's more important? Looking like actually having power and feeling empowered, or looking like you have power and are empowered to other people. Like, what are we after here?
I mean, it's all about appearances. That's the smoke and mirrors of it all.
Yeah, like Kyle and Carl when they like the second he walks in to apologize to Carl, he has two lover boys facing the camera. Like, it was just like, oh, you can't apologize without promoting your band or your brand, your brands. And like, it felt, there's something about it that this apology tour that he went on felt a little fake. Like, I'm just like, what is going on in this world? Like, what's happening? The answers will be given to us soon, I'm sure. But there is something going on that none of us know.
I mean, I think they were separate. I think they went into the season separated.
I think so too. Yeah.
That's kind of all. From the first episode, I was kind of like, I think they're already separated. They already hate each other. And then my personal theory is that the West stuff, it either started before filming or it started during filming. But like,
I completely agree. Yeah, like I think something happened where someone betrayed their partner in a way, whether it was physical, whether it was emotional, doesn't matter. A betrayal happened. But for some reason, like, it feels like Kyle and Amanda are like, okay, let's just like extend our, like, we are divorced. Let's just extend the timeline a little bit. And maybe for ratings, let's just like rehash our breakup on screen now. And then it's like, why then maybe that's where like the struggle is coming in, because it feels like they like break character sometimes and are like they'll look at Wes or they'll look at Lindsay and it's like, okay, they looks like they're like, there's a like, you know, when you're doing like an improv scene and it's like you like kind of panic for a second of just like, wait, what you know what I mean? Like they're breaking character.
For me, I think it was last week or the week before that really solidified it for me, and it was the fact that they went to couples therapy off camera. They said they had a counseling session, and they didn't bring cameras in. Those two, it's because they're not talking about what they say that they're talking about. Ellen, where are you falling right now with the timeline of it all?
I'm maintaining. Okay, your mate's missus, you brought up earlier what is intimacy and where does intimacy start? And I still am maintaining that I don't think that they were physical during the filming of this season, but I think the way that West was like showing up for Amanda when Kyle like screamed at her, like that scene when the first time he said fuck you to Amanda and West was like a man that stood up for Amanda, I think that was the beginning of, oh, I'm falling in love with this man. And it doesn't matter whether or not she's actually falling in love with him. This is the person that's right in front of me that is being really nice to me.
Yes. Yeah.
I think it's definitely something's happening at this point. In the timeline in the summer. So whatever it is, whether we'll ever find out, their timeline is bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think we can confidently say. I mean, maybe the physical stuff didn't happen. If that's true, like they're saying, clearly emotional stuff is already happening.
Totally. Yeah. And like, I feel like lately, like I've just, even in real life outside of the Bravo sphere, just I feel like lately I've heard the term having an emotional affair. Like, oh, I found out my husband was having an emotional affair. Like, oh, I was having an emotional affair and I feel really guilty about it. And it's like, there's people who take the term emotional affair seriously, and then there's people who don't take the term emotional affair seriously. And so it's like, okay, like where does it even matter? Like, can we focus on the fact that like Amanda broke girl code? Like, that's the real that's a real problem here, is like we're looking at not that West shouldn't be analyzed for being a psychopath, but like this is like, how do you break girl code like this, and how do people like come out of it? Like, we need to focus on the importance of female friendships, and even when female friendships break up, like how to navigate that, because I think that's a thing people probably don't know. Do you know what I mean?
This is what has bummed me out about this whole thing, like, so much, where I'm like, this is sad. Makes me so angry at Amanda. And like, I mean, it's like, and I got like, I know that white women have been doing this to black women for the history of all time, but it makes me so fucking sad and mad.
And it's like, and Amanda, like, again, like, she's my family. She is my best friend.
I know
she's my best friend in the whole world.
Your close personal mate.
My close personal mate. And it's like, I don't want to like kind of, and I think it's like they're obviously in a difficult situation where we're gonna put them into archetypes of like, okay, this whole time you were a psychopath, and then it's like, well, I really want to like kind of dig in and be like, well, were you? Like, what is the nuance of the human experience here that made you think it was okay to do that? I want to learn this from like a non-judgmental, from a very objective place of like, you're like watching like I want to see this like played out in the same way like a movie like Baby Girl is played out, where you kind of see the steps and the emotional journey of this, of like why she felt like this was her only choice, you know? Yeah. She can be the protagonist of her journey.
Right. I think West probably had a lot to do with it, and I think West to her talked his relationship with Sierra way down. That's my theory. That he was like, she was on me, all summer, to Amanda, to say like, she all summer long, I just wanted to be friends, and she was way too into it. Like, I really think, in the same way he went to the New York Times. There's a girl on TikTok who has been making a spreadsheet. I need to see the spreadsheet. So far, she has not released it, but her theory is that it's been happening for years at this point, and that the New York Times interview he did was to solidify it for Amanda. Wow. Now, I'm not down that rabbit hole yet. I don't have my tinfoil hat on quite that tightly, but I'm open to all theories at this point. Yeah. Because the truth we're being presented with is not it.
No.
Like, do we really even know who West is? Because like, that's another thing is that like, when we were first introduced to him, we were like, here's this funny guy. It was the season when he like was there for Jesse, when Jesse had the cancer scare, and he was like letting Jesse cry on his shoulder, and we're like, this is masculinity, like this is what men should be like. And then like then he like falls in love with Sierra, and like it's so cute. And then all of a sudden we're at the reunion, and we're like, whoa, this guy was a psychopath this whole time. Like he like was like whatever. So now he's back. He's like repeating that cycle again now. And we're realizing, oh, he's not a psychopath, but like, oh, he's being a performative ally, and we're all getting duped again. And whose fault is that?
He's gonna go silent at the reunion again.
Yes,
I do think he very much got fame sick. Like, I think that. Wow, did that go to his head really fast? And I'm sure that's a really dizzying experience to have. But yikes. Go to therapy, my guy.
I know. And it's like, he is very charming and he's very funny. Like, he's very quick. And like, his videos where he would like kind of on Instagram where he would like break down like the Vanderpump Rules, which was always very, very funny. Like, he has charm. But like, he doesn't have like what the other kind of assets you need to kind of navigate having like a public lifestyle or something. Sure. I don't know. But yeah. Or he's a psychopath.
Or he's a psychopath, right? His love life, it's too messy. It's just too fucking messy. Yeah. And then we're not even talking about like the girlfriend that he had the whole time.
Yeah. Yeah, where is she? And so I actually like need to catch up on like my not watching Bravo and just being on a line. Like, what is? Can you explain to me? He's had a girlfriend. Like,
I mean, there's allegedly this girl, the one who made the horsehair necklace, the horsehair necktie bolo thing that he wore. I guess on What Happens Live. She's an artist. That's the kind of stuff she makes. Apparently, streets are saying, and she's confirming, like to her knowledge, they were in an exclusive relationship.
Wow.
And I guess they dealt with the Sierra stuff, but I guess also I think he probably sold it to her as like part of the show, doing it for the show.
Okay.
And then they were, but I think it went up through the season. I don't fully know. She's not talking that much, but I feel like other people are talking for her. And it sounds as though she was under the impression that they were exclusive as recently as like this year.
And there's that clip from Kyle at the reunion where he's like, I've got the receipts that he was in a relationship. So Detective Kyle on the case.
Also, yes. And then as women, unfortunately heterosexual women, this is cathartic for all of us to watch this fuck boy's feet get held to the fire. Yeah. So it goes back to the cathartic nature of these kinds of shows. And, I at some point, am I going to start worrying about his actual mental health because of the pile-on that's happening here? Maybe. But also, you have been a fucking menace. Yeah. Voluntarily on camera. Yeah. And this is not an edit that you're getting. This is just actions. So, like, we're all so desperate for a man to see a consequence that, like, if this is the one, then we're all going to dogpile on it.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, yeah, absolutely. It is so interesting, like, even taking a step back of just seeing how people communicate and what they are saying and how people are interpreting it, like, obviously this is a reality show and we're going to go for the drama of it all, but it is like, I don't know, I think like a lot of the arguments that happen on Bravo shows are about how people say something versus what they are saying. Yeah, and that's like kind of where all of this drama is coming from. And that's another thing, like, as we're watching it, it's just like, just say how you feel, or like, that's not what she's saying. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, totally.
Yeah.
That's a great point. And then and then the reunions is just like litigating that over and over and over and over.
Absolutely. And like, I didn't realize like how much pre-planning, like people coming in with a plan. Like, I'm always like, oh, look, they're getting together for the first time since blah, blah, blah. And then it's like, no, they were like meeting the night before and like putting together an outline of what they're going to say, and it's like, oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh, there was like these, like everyone who wasn't Amanda and Kyle was like meeting up beforehand.
And that's like crazy to me. Like I always like sometimes I'm like, do you ever like feel like you're like naive of just like, you're just like taking it as it is of like, like maybe they were like kind of in the hospital, like I think she was in the hospital, but then realizing, oh no, her husband cheated on her, and it's like, oh yeah, okay, like they got me, they fooled me.
That's on me for 100%. Believing them. Bravo strikes again.
Yeah.
This is a great point that I don't think we've really like the cathartic element of this stuff. This makes me feel better about the amount of Bravo that I consume, because I feel like I can just file it under like somatic therapy practice or something, like some kind of exposure
cover it with
therapy.
Insurance. Yeah.
Oh my God, could I give a super bill to them for like my
please? Yeah, Peacock? Bravo. Okay. Give us a super bill. Yeah.
Oh my God, I could upgrade to Peacock without ads. Wow.
Yeah. Ellen, I can't with you in these ads. You still wouldn't though. That's the thing.
I am.
You still wouldn't.
I have ads too. I do ads too. I really shouldn't.
Thank you, Becky.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what to say to you guys. I can't relate. I like Lisa Barlow. I live a very different lifestyle than both of you. Now is the time of the show that we call Say It, Forget It, after our Queen Dorinda medley, where we make space to blow off some Bravo steam. Ellen, I believe you have something you'd like to bring to the table.
Well, something has been happening in my life over the past couple weeks, and that is I have been explaining to millennial men who Spencer Pratt is and why we cannot be voting for him for mayor under any circumstances.
You're doing the Lord's work.
Thank you.
Many of them have just come up to me and said, wait a second, like, he's just running for mayor. Like, who is this guy? And wow, have I taken a deep breath and put a hat on and my glasses on and said, sit down, I need to tell you about a television program called The Hills. And and I need to tell you about Spencer and Heidi and Spidey. And
oh boy.
So this is a call out to all other like millennial women. If you live in Los Angeles and or a man that you know is going to be voting in the mayoral election, you need to tell him about who Spencer Pratt is, what he did on The Hills, what he did to Lauren Conrad. And then if you want to talk about politics and why his politics are noxious and terrible, like you can, but give the base information about his time on The Hills.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful.
I'm snapping. I'm snapping it like what the cool kids do. Snaps. He's the original. I mean, I know the term gaslight came from like a 1950s movie, but he really is the original gaslighter, like of the 21st century. He's a 21st century OG gaslighter. Let's spread the information that we need to be spreading.
Those who don't study history are doomed to repeat it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. And I missed The Hills. I never watched one episode. Everything I know about Spencer is from context clues, and I know he's a piece of shit. So come on, guys, put your little thinking caps on. This is whatever the opposite of an endorsement. That's us. Yeah, for Spencer Pratt. Oh, please, and God, no.
Oh God, he's so Trumpy. He's just absolutely the fucking worst.
I mean, you know how when Trump, we would hear Trump talk and be like, he can't be the president. He can't be the president. Mm-hmm. And I'm finding myself like I watch the debates and I'm like, he's not gonna win, right? Like, am I repeating history in terms of like me thinking we all have sense?
It really feels like a history repeating itself situation where it's like, not this other reality TV star. No, God, no,
please, fucking God, no.
Yeah.
All right. Well, fuck you, Spencer Pratt. That's let's get that into the public record. Becky, did you have anything else you want to say? Or
I mean, the Spencer Pratt thing is way more important than what I was going to say.
Okay.
Which I was like, I think that I've been watching the latest Real Housewives of Rhode Island, and I think that like they went on the girls' trip too soon. Girls' trips need to be earned by groups of friends. That is, but like what you're talking about, Ellen, is way more important. Everyone needs to vote in the primaries.
They're equally,
they're equally important. Thank you.
I totally agree.
And you know what? Yours may be more because there's less awareness around it. So,
listen, I'm trying to do a service here to society.
Clearly. Okay. Well, this has been such a delight. Thank you so much for joining us.
Oh my God,
today, Becky.
Such an honor to be here.
An honor to have you. Where can people find you and tell them about your pod?
Yes, you can find me. My socials for my personal life that I don't really update are Beckles212 on TikTok and Instagram. But I do have a podcast, which that I kind of curate more. It's called Too Stupid to Live. We review romance novels, usually $5 and under. On all of like the socials and stuff, it's at TSTL Podcast.
It's a real treat. Do yourself a favor and check it out. And I'm going to keep reading that book about the dead girl fucking her stepbrother.
I mean, I'm like really excited. I mean, I know we didn't record the episode yet, but I'm like, I can't wait for people to listen to it.
I can't wait to find out what's going to happen. Oh my God. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I have some reading to do, but thanks for listening today, guys. If you've got a topic you'd like for us to explore, write to us at wackadoodlepod@gmail.com. And remember, we pick these people apart because we love them. Even the table flippers. They're all part of the rich tapestry. Bye.
Bye.